Good to you, and never me, always her, even though I was so good to you.
Andrea wants to vent about something. She's really ticked off and she decided that she's going to take over the show, so let her go.
So this is what I'd like to call my official booby rant. I was really disturbed at the media attention and the public humiliation that happened to the woman that flashed her breasts at a Canucks game. And I find it very ironic how a man can take off his clothes and streak across the field, or, you know, show his bodily parts in public, yet when a woman does it, she is publicly humiliated, fired from her job, people call her fat, people call her an idiot, people call her a slut. Like, you know, how is it that a woman shows a boob or two and and she's this big whore? Like,
how old was she?
She was, I think she's mid to late 20s, I think.
Okay,
I mean,
so she's
late 20s, I'd say.
Oh, late 20s.
Maybe mid to late 20s. She was drunk at a hockey game. I mean, she was drunk, and it was a playoff game, and you know, I mean,
to be fair, it was a playoff, Stanley Cup playoff game, right?
Of course.
I mean, we all get a little more inebriated than normal.
Of course.
So basically, what you're saying is the exploitation of women in these types of situations is a little more intense than what the men receive when they do something similar.
Well, yeah, and
right?
it's exactly, and it's not just, it doesn't just stop there. Like, it's, you know, if you think about sex tapes over the years, and, you know, it's like you said, it's not a Pamela Anderson, it's not a Tommy Lee sex video,
no,
it's a Pamela Anderson,
yeah,
right?
Exactly, Paris Hilton.
Yeah, and these types of situations are so, you know, so glorified, and people just talk about them, and, you know, but where are the men in all these situations? Like, does anybody? I don't even remember the name of the guy that did that video with Paris Hilton. Like, that's how much it's a Paris focused video, right? And there's somebody else in that video, right? And
well, and it's like Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. You can sit there and say, yeah, but that because, you know, they're maybe more popular, but Tommy Lee was pretty popular as well. Right, as a band.
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, he was huge as well.
Yeah, and huge in bigger weight.
No pun intended.
No, big pun intended. That was the one thing I can't believe isn't talked about more. Yeah. Like, forget Pamela Anderson. Tommy Lee was in it. Right?
He took up half the screen.
Yeah. You don't even need to see Pamela
They needed
Anderson.
to have the panoramic angle on that one, right?
The 5 camera poses. I know, so I understand what you're saying, because it is, and we're not trying to sound sexist, because that's not what we do on our show. But she has a point. This poor girl, well, I'm not going to say poor girl. I mean, she made a mistake. To own what you do.
She made a mistake, but men make mistakes like this all the time. I mean, you know, and
it's funny.
It's funny. You know,
guys get away with it. With girls, it's more about you slut, your image, oh my God, you just ruined your whole career by flashing your breasts. And let's not make it huge headlines. You might think she's trying to make her 2 minutes of fame, but you know what? Really, it's not really worth ruining somebody's life over something. And yes, we all drink too much. We all do stupid things. But does Britney, does Pamela Anderson, do all these women have to pay for it for the rest of their life? If they do, then a few guys should be exploited too. So let's talk about that another time, okay? Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much.
Good
Bye,
to
guys.
You, and never me.